I clicked the wrong button. Now you can go. Uh, Uh-oh. Hold on, it says you're silent. Hold on. Uh-oh. Okay, now try talking.
Uh-oh, hello.
There you go. Okay.
Here we are.
Yeah, apparently my audio thing decided to reroute everyone. So, you're now talking through something you shouldn't be.
Nope.
Does
Okay.
that?
Go
ahead.
As long as it works, yeah. Well, happy Wednesday. We are going to be resuming the Undeath class that we started last week. We did most of the subclass stuff, and I think made it through just like the first 4 levels of the base class abilities. We'll probably be going through those more, and maybe hit the capstones today. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm joined by Mr. DM.
Hello.
Who is the brains behind the operation, really. So,
I mean, really, this is your class, and I am just helping you give eyes, or giving you eyes to a DM's perspective.
Yeah, which I need. So, shall we begin?
Yes, we should.
Let's,
So it looks like we got the starting stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Like all proficiencies and whatnot, so that's good.
Yeah, we...
Just go ahead and remove it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There's a rough breakdown of the Undead Awakening, which is essentially if you go down, you come right back up as soon as you get a success, and you get a little bit of a boost, as well as some undead abilities.
Yes. So you get some weaknesses there. These numbers we'll have to adjust those. That was with the first equation, like the first way we had it balanced, but that is no longer the case. I'll take that out. Don't want to confuse anybody. But yeah, you go down, come up on 1 successful save, get your temp HP ready to go back into the fight.
And this links to some other abilities as well, so you might get extra boosties.
Yeah. It's you get it at level 1. It's basically like the main feature in the class. A lot of the stuff is kind of designed around being in the middle of a fight, kind of like that, and taking advantage of that.
Also, at level 1, you'll get your subclass, and you get a feature from your subclass. Each one being pretty darn unique. The white being a martial class, which last time we decided, hey, maybe you can walk through walls because you're kind of a ghost.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know if it's the most thematically right thing for a white, but also there's the saying, the rule of cool, and I think that's cool as shit, so
yeah,
we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, I don't think Krell was the kind to walk through walls or anything.
Nope,
well,
nope.
Not ghostly, at least.
Yeah, but it's awesome, so.
Yeah, changing the subclass name could be a thing, but we'll see.
Yeah. We have the Blighted for...
Which is definitely a fitting name.
Yes. Any Warhammer fans, if you are a Nurgle worshipper, I think we were talking about it at the end of the session last week, this is your class. You are fairly tanky, and you have a lot of ways to kind of deal chip AoE damage to people around you.
Yeah, you can do
Adds
poison,
up
which
over
later
time.
evolves into acid, so that way you can at least, since poison's, a lot of creatures get resistance to that, sometimes you might want to use the acid. So, you got that for backup. Which I know my brother, if we get this class done, he will definitely try out Blighted. He's
awesome.
He's a Nurgle guy.
Good. That's made for them in mind. All you Nurgle guys out there.
All you crazy disease sacks, you.
Yes. We know you're out there.
And then there's Revenant, which is the half-caster martial. You're got a little bit of necromancy, a little bit of divination, and your thing is to focus and hunt down individuals and do more damage to them with your abilities.
Make one enemy very fearful for their life.
And what's so good about this is that it does give you a lot of ideas for character background and everything. Like, okay, 1, why are you undead? 2, why are you why you are? Why are you like this?
There's a lot of flavor that can be put into any of them. Like whether you choose White, Blighted, or Revenant. Yeah, why are you like this? Or Blighted especially. Why?
And then Revenant, why are you so angry? You're not a barbarian. Or were you?
Yeah. Maybe. You never know.
But who knows? Maybe tie in some barbarian in there. I don't know why you would, but you could.
Yeah. I think you could multi-class the two. Okay.
Yeah, maybe depending on what spells you use.
Yeah. True.
Maybe not using any concentration spells. Maybe good enough.
Yeah.
In level 2, you have Dread. As a bonus action, frighten an enemy that you just hit. Still working on this one.
Yeah.
Which I think it's just about done. Just gotta come up with some of the... Just gotta fine-tune just a little bit.
Yeah, find the right numbers.
Then level 3.
Yeah, just
good.
Simple, yeah. Picking a fighting style. We have these options here. We joked last week. Dead people aren't allowed to use ranged weapons, so you get blind fighting, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, interception, protection, 2-weapon fighting, superior technique, and then like the paladin, we created an undead magic fighting style, which lets you choose 2 cantrips, choosing between the necromancy and abjuration school to kind of just buff up the...
And the good thing from any class, doesn't matter, just as long as it's falls into those schools.
Yeah. And then level 4, I think we did just about every class gets ASI at level 4, and then I think we moved on to subclasses after that.
Yeah, level 5 extra attack because they are martial classes.
Yeah.
Level 7 we have undead psychology, immune to frighten and paralyzed condition.
How do you feel about that one? I don't know if we got to that last week.
The frightened, I think, is okay. Or maybe at level 7, maybe not immune. Maybe advantage, and then have where at level 12 or 14 or something it becomes immunity.
Yeah, I like that. I always forget you can just add in scaling to these. I didn't include that in any of them.
Personally, I like things that scale because it really shows the growth. It's like, oh, you just get a skill, okay? Is it going to get any better? No.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah. But if it feels real good if it does get better. Yeah, we'll just say at yeah, good call. Level 14, or what do we get at level 14? Oh, it's just another extra attack, so we can throw in an upgrade at level 14.
Now, paralyzed immunity. Maybe.
Just frightened immunity at 14, and we keep paralyzed as is. You just get advantage, and that's it.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Like, because this is a decent level here. I mean, my home game is just about to get into this range. And you guys too are getting fairly close to this as well.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this would be a time when paralysis and frightened would be strong to use against players.
Yeah, those kind of conditions.
Because this is when you get into the harder monsters that will bring out those sort of things a lot more often.
Yeah.
Maybe not paralyzed. Maybe some other ability to add on to this.
Okay, yeah. Just keep in the frightened condition and then have that upgrade at 14. And then maybe
a little something extra
or something.
What was that?
Like elves can't be magically put to sleep. Maybe throw something in like that.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Scruffy Duck there. Conditions for players are pretty strong.
Yeah, it negates a mechanic that the DM can use.
Now maybe let's bump it up to 18. That might be a good point.
For the immunity? Okay.
Yeah.
You get that with the capstone. That's going to be a nice boost. I like that. I'm going to have to look up how it's worded in the health thing. Yeah, let me bring that up.
You know, that is an interesting thing that I think about it. As an undead, are you going to do it to where they have to eat and sleep and breathe? Like, how's that working out?
Oh, I guess I hadn't thought about that deeply. So, like, you would theoretically be able to just go underwater and not have any issues.
Because the whole sleep thing,
undead treated, yeah.
The whole sleep thing, I would say there's several things that pull elf moves where, oh, you just need 4 hours to recuperate and just like kind of be decommissioned for like 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Since that's already in the game, I don't think it's a bad thing just to add on to this player.
Yeah, keep it like that. So you need some sort of downtime, but you don't need as much. I like that.
And then air, I mean, you're dead, so
I just got the thing out of the book. It's not exactly a trance. I mean, maybe it is for some characters, but yeah, we'll have to.
I'm thinking more, not exactly a trance, but more like you just shut down for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like sleep.
You just need less. Okay. Yeah, I just put that at level 1 because it's kind of comes with the being undead.
Okay, so this canceling out crit damage.
Yeah, I like once a day is what I was gonna do, or once per long rest.
Once a day, yeah, negating the additional damage of a crit. Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna have that be like every single time.
Yeah,
Without
that would
once
be a
per
little
long
strong. Once a day, yeah, I can see that being okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, and of course, whenever we're done with this, we'll go back through and we'll look at things, and if we think that something's a little too powerful, we can draw it back or whatever.
Yeah, that's another thing to just help it stay in the fight. Hopefully, a little bit longer. Make all 3 of the subclasses a little more durable.
Okay,
Yep.
Subclass 11, Undead Awakening Refresh.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how strong this was. I feel like that might be pretty strong to really keep you in the fight.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're meaning by this.
Because each time you come up, death saves do not reset for this class. If you have 2 death saves, you can use this feature and make it 0.
Maybe once per long rest, you can remove a failed death save.
Remove 1. Okay. Yeah, that works. I mean, that still feels strong as well. Just removing a death save is so good. Once per long rest, remove 1 failed death save.
Now, stinking.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be way too strong. Never mind. Now that I think
I have
about
another
it, it's a little too much.
20. I mean, we'll get there eventually, but when you go down, you automatically come up without rolling any death saves, but that's your level 20 thing.
A level 13 expertise and 1 more ability.
Yeah, that's a skill. I was running out of ideas.
Yeah, I don't think that really
skill
fits the class. For 1.
Yeah.
Level 13. I'm not really sure for that one right now.
Yeah. We'll see how the rest of it breaks down and come back.
Level 14 extra attack in.
So you just get 3 attacks. You get a lot of attacks, but you're no fighter. You got no second wind. You're not going to be busting out.
I mean, you don't have second wind, but you do have get back up from death.
Yeah, which is definitely nice.
You just don't have action surge. That's the big thing.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Action surge, yeah. But yeah, 3 attacks is still good at level 14. For the martial class, it is. We have level 15 subclass feature, level 16 more ASI, and then level 17. Strong. I don't know. I was running out of ideas for this one too.
That's a lot there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could say advantage on Constitution saves if you're wanting that.
Yeah. And then maybe throw something else on there. I don't know. But I mean, that would be good for the Revenant, especially. Just in case they have concentration spells.
Level 18, you got subclass feature, 19 ASI, and level 20. You have Champion of Death. When you go down, instead of rolling a death save on your next turn, automatically come back using Undead Awakening. This can only be used once per long rest. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad, especially for level 20.
Yeah.
It's pretty much your first down is okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, look, we got an ad coming up.
Ooh, yay.
Okay. Ideas after fact. Maybe move subclass to. Okay, yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah. Those were just
like immunity to exhaustion. No.
Yeah, that was just being dead idea, but no.
Yeah, exhaustion is the DM's tool that, wow, I'm having a really, really hard time actually dealing with the party. Let's bust out some exhaustion.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, Scruffy had a good idea. I don't have... Wait, what did he say? Van Richten's, but I'm sure I can find it online somewhere.
I might. Let's see here. Lineages. Yep, I guess I have it.
Nice.
I
throw in something there. Level 13 sorely needs some sort of feature. 17, it has something there, but we can add more maybe.
No, yeah, there's the Dampire. Is it Dampire? I don't know. The Hampire. The Hampire. Yes, that's it. The Hampire.
Yeah, it is silent. Yes.
I want to suck your piggies. Okay, never mind.
There's something there.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Okay, alright.
Sounds more like got a thing for feet or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't think about that. This knowledge from a past life is pretty interesting. In the Reborn one. Oh, and they already have this deathless nature thing also, which we kind of were talking about. As far as the 4 hours can't be put to sleep magically.
Just still a little thing from everywhere, and boom, you got a class.
Yeah. Yeah, that
needs stuff. Yeah, the deathless nature, that's pretty much what I was assuming you'd slap on this thing.
Yeah. I like the knowledge from the past of altering that in some way for the level 13 feature. Because I had ideas like that already, like the what I have, expertise and history, just because I was like, you might have been dead for a while or from a long time ago. But you could also be a newly undead. We had talked about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just having the glimpses of your past life. That's interesting.
Let's see here. Okay, so we go to 13. Let's look at some other classes. Like what do they have? That's not what I meant to do.
Yeah, martial / half-caster classes. What do they get?
Level 13 fighter, they get Indomitable. That's also where you get boosted to 5 proficiency. And Indomitable is beginning at 9th level. You can re-roll a saving throw that you failed. If you do so, you must use the new roll, and you cannot use this feature again until you finish a long rest. And then it just gets boosted at the following levels.
Okay.
Let's take a look at Warlock. So that might be a nice one to look into. They have Mystic Arcanum.
Okay.
Arcanum. That's just additional spell. So it looks like level 13 this seems to be a big deal with classes, for the most part at least.
Yeah. We could use level 13 as our level 7 upgrade instead of, so we could have level 7 be kind of like the fighter one. You roll and then you have to use the new roll. It's not necessarily advantage, right? Because you don't take the higher number.
Well, maybe not advantage for saves, but maybe for a specific save, a death save.
Okay, yeah. That's interesting. Advantage on death save?
Well, maybe not advantage, but like reroll.
Yeah. Reroll. I have to use the second roll.
Yeah. So, ooh, I failed, but I'm gonna reroll. Ooh, I got a nat 1.
Yeah. You gotta stick with it though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that might be a fun one to play around with.
Yeah. Getting how many per? What is Indomitable? How many
Indomitable is once per long rest, then upgrades up to 3 times.
Starting at level 17. Okay.
So
we could do something like that, starting with 1, upgrading.
I mean, if you want to, you can always just not give anything for level 13 and just have this additional reroll as your 13, essentially.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Take away this expertise nonsense, and so reroll on death saves or death save. Have to use second roll, and starting with 1 per long rest up to, let's say, they don't say when you get 2, do they? Or maybe you just jump from 1 to 3.
For Indomitable, I think it's 13 and then 17. So it's 9, 13, 17, I believe.
Oh, 9, 13, 17.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, starting with 1. Up to, we'll go 3 at level 18. That's when you get your capstone. You get a lot of stuff in addition to your capstone at level 18. I feel like just to feel like
I don't personally. I think it might be a little much for level 18 getting all that.
Yeah.
Maybe just cap it at 2.
Okay.
Because I mean, you're already getting up and down a lot.
Yeah.
And getting the rerolls twice.
You get your refresh also. Yeah. 2 seems like plenty with the refresh.
Unless you want to say at level 13, instead of getting a second reroll, just change it to advantage for one roll, or just leave it as 2 rerolls, because I mean, that might do you.
Yeah, I like the reroll, taking more of a risk than the advantage. This is cool. So let me space this out. Yeah, I think that's cool.
Oh, how's about... Okay, so level 9. So you're able to negate 1 crit damage.
Yeah, in my head it was like somebody just like stabs you and well you're already dead, or you don't feel the pain quite as bad kind of
You've
thing.
had worse kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can see that. Maybe instead of giving that ability at level 13, move it to level 9, and then give the upgrade that second reroll at level 13.
Okay. Oops, that's...
I think by the way this is working out, I think you're going to have a pretty good spread of things throughout until you get your subclass features, which are the real big deal.
Yeah, the subclass features make a big difference.
Yeah, you have level 13 where it's... What?
I was gonna say, do you think swap the two or put something new at level 13? Oh, just have the upgrade at level 13?
That's what I think. Just kind of let level 13 kind of be a dead spot.
Yeah, because you already get so much. Yes.
And of course, if we look back at it and we think it's could use something or it might be too much, then I mean, always upgrade it. But for right now, I think it's okay.
Yeah,
a good start.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, lots of ways to alter death saves through a lot of these things.
Oh, shall we look at these subclass capstones now?
Yeah, I think we went through all the class stuff. Let's get back to the capstones.
Let's get a refresher on the white.
Yes. So whites from level 1 have proficiency with all armor, shields. And then after they come back from being knocked down, they get a +10 to their first attack back up. They have the incorporeal step. We had talked about this earlier. They can just decide to walk through things sometimes, unless it's lead or silver.
Yeah, so that way DMs have a backup plan.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Or
sorry,
the
but this bandit has his room lined with silver.
Yeah. He saw this coming. Yeah, 10th level. I wanted some synergy between all the subclasses, so they all have some sort of AoE thing. The whites is kind of like a screech, right? Disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than you. Oh yes, this was like the taunting kind of thing. We kind of made compelled duel, an AoE, an aura around you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not really an aura, it's like a one-time effect that goes off around you, but...
That's right, yeah.
I think most of these are kind of like that, if I recall correctly. It's not really an aura, but it's an explosion around you, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. What did we have? And then 15th level, going into the white being the more typical fighter subclass, resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. And then 18.
But I
This
would like
is
to point out for
what we're getting
15,
into now.
just going back
Yeah.
real quick. It may sound like a lot, giving resistance to all non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, but this class does come with built-in weaknesses. So
Yeah.
that is a good thing to think about as well.
Yeah. There's ways to play around that.
It continue for level 18.
So level 18, I have here super soldier style, gain health, size, damage, blah blah blah. I think size is one I definitely want. I want the white to just be this imposing armored figure on the field. So size. There's already so many things that are helping it gain health. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe, since you kind of like this kind of connection between all the subclasses, maybe have one connection with Blighted and one connection with the Revenant. So maybe like the Blighted and White have an increase in size or something as part of like their similarity.
Okay. Yeah.
And then maybe have some other effect that's tied in with the Revenant.
Okay. I see. So yes, we'll say I'm gonna write it underneath there, so I can move up to next size grouping. I know that's not the right wording, but me becomes large, and then maybe like a terror or like a frightening aura that could be shared with the Revenant.
Yeah.
Of like 15 feet or 20 feet.
You kind of got this idea from Paladin, right?
Yes, all the transformations, yeah. All their capstones are like them becoming avatars of whatever their oath is. Like the Ancients one, I know they turn into like an avatar of the earth. Yeah, you become an ancient force of nature, taking on an appearance you choose. For example, your skin might turn green or take on a bark-like texture. Your hair might become leafy or moss-like. Using your action, you undergo a transformation. For 1 minute, you gain the following benefits. At the start of each of your turns, you regain 10 hit points. Not a bad idea. Whenever you cast a paladin spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can use it as a bonus action instead. And enemy creatures within 10 feet of you have disadvantage on saving throws against your paladin spells and channel divinity options. Once you use this, you can't use it until you finish another long rest. So the healing thing's not a bad idea. Something like that. 10 hit
probably
points.
Probably not 10 hit points because this is 18. That's 20.
Yeah, not 20, yeah.
But a health regen may not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be very big, like heck, just 2 HP per turn. Like if you didn't take any damage last turn, congratulations, you're up too.
Yeah. So could that also help you get up if you've been downed? Technically, like say this transformation lasts a minute. That's just another way of getting back up.
But I think maybe these should have some sort of ability where if you do go down, some other effect activates.
Okay.
Like maybe the first time getting down while transformed, your Undead Awakening activates immediately.
Okay. That's kind of like the level 20 thing also. So
Yeah.
you'd technically be able to do it twice per long rest. That's pretty cool. Kind of, yeah. Not a new feature either. Something, well, at level 18 it would be new,
I mean,
but
heck, if you wanted to, level 20, change it to something else.
yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, yeah, you become an avatar of death, so yeah, maybe getting dead isn't the best thing. Or
Yeah.
or while transformed, if you have 3 failed death saves, you can continue fighting, but you don't die until your transformation runs out. So kind of like the barbarian.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess the zealot barbarian. You're just too
I think
angry to
that one
die.
is just about it. Yeah. Let's see this one. Yeah, and that's all level 14. I don't even know how you would buff that. Or, yeah, make that even stronger. That's crazy.
Maybe just kind of leave it how it is. Just
Yeah.
you don't die until your transformation runs out for now, and we'll see what other abilities we add to it. Because getting a whole bunch of abilities at one time, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. There's 3. That's pretty solid. The paladin one gets 3 as well, actually. But that's a good start. Gain size that we'll share with the blight. This frightening aura we'll share with the revenant, and then yeah, I think this is actually really cool for being like a unique white thing. The 0 hit points doesn't knock you unconscious. I like that.
I mean, either that or give that as an ability to all of them, one or the other.
Oh yeah, or it shares that with all of them. Yeah.
Now, if you do it where it's for all of them, why can you be special with the blight and do? Because you're kind of like a super undead soldier in a way, so you're getting bigger. They are casting fear around them, so people are probably running away.
Yeah.
If they try to hide, you're just gonna step to the wall anyways.
Yep.
And you can't die during that time. So what would be a fourth thing that screams white to you? And something to do probably with an attack.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, but well, how much more can we add? I'm looking up the white monster now. They have a life tree.
The white is very different from this one. Very
Yeah.
different. That's why I think I might be with Chris on changing the name.
Yeah. Yeah, in terms of 5e, it's a bit different.
Now, taking from white, though, maybe upon killing a creature, you raise it.
That is interesting. I have no more. Oh man. That aren't your command until the transformation ends.
I mean, or just leave them under your command. Just, I mean, like,
yeah.
Even if it's just a base zombie or skeleton or something, it's whatever you choose. Or heck, or make it fun. Have a little table of different monsters there.
Yeah, that can. Okay.
Do you want to say that they act on your turn, and you can give them mental orders,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if if you would even want to use a bonus action on them though, or what else you'd use your bonus action.
well, I think it depends on how many that you would have. So I'm thinking like max 2.
Yeah.
Especially depending on how a boss fight might go. Like, if a DM's like, okay, I'm gonna have a bunch of minions out there, so they got 1 HP, so they're easy to kill. So that kind of gives white the ability to get minions while fighting pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 2 might be the most you should be able to have at a time.
Okay. I think that's pretty cool. Set the white apart from the others, letting him have some little minions. And yeah, they die easily, but with each swipe of his sword at level 18, he's gonna be creating new zombies.
Do you want to do zombies or just like a little ghost that you summon? Because I'm thinking ghost might be a little easier for people to imagine, especially depending on what you kill.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you manage to kill like a T-Rex or something and a regular zombie comes out or skeleton, yeah, it might be a little hard to believe that one.
Yeah, we can come up with a like a ghost.
I'm just going with the ghost stat block kind of thing.
Yeah, ghost stat block, yeah. Yeah, that works.
You're too late, Chris. We thought of it already. Ha 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 ha. Let's see. Oh, okay, you got us. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good point for the capstone for the white for now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Let's look at the blighted. The best one.
Yes. Yeah, we'll just scan through the initial stuff. Level 1, you get proficiency with armor and shield like the white, and you are also immune to poison. This was also, yeah, we had moved this to level 1. You also get Blighted Strike. Before or after you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can choose to imbue your strike with Blight. The target must succeed a con save or take 2d6 poison damage and become poisoned. On a success, the target takes half damage, and it scales up a d6 every couple of levels. Just to give him a little damage boost, a little poison damage on there. Fitting for the blight. 6th level, you gain proficiency in intimidation. And if you are proficient, gain expertise. Or a minimum roll for intimidation is 10. I think we were looking at that, one or the other. And also at 6th level, your blighted strike can be poison or acid.
Now that I think about it, for the gain proficiency and intimidation, I think the white could also benefit from that. So I don't think necessarily this is a blight specific thing if you want to, but I mean I could also see it as that. But maybe you gain something where you gain advantage on medicine checks on identifying disease.
Okay.
That might be pretty
now
cool.
We're talking. Yeah. We can move that up to white. Alright, well, we can add that to white also, but yeah, advantage.
What do we have on white for level 6? White already has incorporeal steps now, so I don't think it would. I think they got enough there.
Yeah. That's a strong level 6 feature.
Yeah.
And what is the word I'm looking for? Identifying. Yeah, I think that's a really cool fitting feature. Level 10, they gain an aura of pestilence with a 30-foot radius. If a creature ends its turn in the aura, they make a con save or take 2d4 poison damage on success halved. So just a little chip damage if you're near the guy. Level 15, explosive rot. Kind of like the blighted strike. We had worked this out to be kind of like Paladin Smite, so you can decide before or after you make your weapon attack to imbue it with this. What it does is if the target makes a con save, they take 2d6 poison or acid, your choice, and on success they take half the poison damage. Enemy creatures within 10 feet of the target must also make a dex saving throw or take half the poison or acid damage. And this scales by a d6 at level 17 and again at level 19. So it has, as the name says, explosive rot off. It hits people in an area. And then level 18, we had talked about a monster I had never heard of before until last week, the Catoblepus.
Yes. So, yeah, and the Catoblepus that puts off a stench where it can poison you. So that something like that might be fun to work with.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking back at that connection with the white, gaining size. Then connection with the Revenant, I'm guessing would also be the fear. Now that I'm looking at it, this probably wasn't the brightest idea on my part to recommend it that way. But it still works.
Oh, yeah. Now they all just get the fear thing.
When we get to the Revenant, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a recommendation for the size for Blighted.
Okay.
Whenever you grow, maybe it's like an explosive pestilence where just
Go
like
on.
30 feet around you just like immediately have to make a save against poison and acid damage. Like you just explode with disease.
Yes. Pus and everything.
Or like
Filth and...
maybe imagine like Elden Ring. What was her name?
Oh, yeah.
One of the ones that started with M. the goddess of the Crimson Rot.
Yeah.
She just explodes and you don't want to get hit.
No, you do not. Yeah. Have that in combination with the stench. So just on the first turn of transformation, yeah, an explosion, and then at the start of your turn,
Maybe,
after.
yeah, maybe that stench where you can get the poison condition. Maybe kind of tack it onto the poison aura you already have. It's like if they fail, then they not only take 2d4 poison damage, but they also become poisoned.
Okay.
The only thing I can recommend, if anyone decides to play this class, just make sure that you're not going to be in an undead campaign where you're fighting a bunch of zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of this is going to be the best against other undead. You're the poor blighted.
Yeah, their immunities and everything. Yeah, undead actually might be able to beat you if you're not careful.
Yeah.
But luckily, you
well.
have acid damage.
Yes.
Yeah, like a witch with only necrotic spells fighting ghosts. Man, who has to be a crazy situation for that to happen. And totally not both of us like, oh wait, you're going against undead and you only have necrotic spells. We should probably adjust something. At least you got to meet family. They were dead, but you got to meet them.
That's the Catobleepus thing. So that'll be the baseline. We might change it.
But I would just say, along with poison, if a creature fails against your poison aura, they also suffer from the poison condition.
Okay.
You already have that aura there, so you might as well use it.
Oh.
And then if you wanted to, you got 30 feet on that aura. Heck, if you want to bump it up to 60. I mean, it's level 18.
Sharing
You're an
this
avatar of disease
yeah.
and death. And now I'm thinking, like, wow, if someone ran this in an evil campaign, congratulations, you're a plague bomb.
You are.
Just go to a center of town and boom.
18, I think that's fair. I feel like this should do a decent amount of damage. What is, let me see other paladin stuff besides those one, or the ancients one.
I've got a lot of ideas for the Blighted. Like, yeah, another idea is like
a lot of cool features.
If you were to inflict poison damage onto a creature or apply poison condition to it or something, like a nearby creature would also have to save, like at the end of that creature's turn, like it's spreading. That might be pretty cool.
Interesting, yeah.
But maybe that should be like a magic item or something DMs can give out instead.
Yeah. Huh. They already have to save against the aura, and then now they also have to save against like their allies. Whoever is infected also has like a small aura around them.
Yeah.
There are creatures. Okay.
Or
I don't know.
I just keep coming up with ideas. Whether they're good or not, I got no idea. Maybe instead of the poison condition, maybe it's a custom disease, a unique disease. And that disease spreads.
Yeah. Could make a... Yeah, I haven't really played in a game with diseases, so I don't know, like, the mechanics behind them, but, like, creating one, we could do something pretty cool, I think.
I don't think it should be anything that's too debilitating to something that's strong, but, like, to weaker enemies. Like, I think it should be something that's just absolutely devastating. Like, maybe it reduces max HP or something.
Okay, yeah. That's like a typical
magical healing
thing.
Prevents magical healing under a certain level. For some reason, I'm looking at this through the eyes of a evil character.
Yeah.
At the same time, I could see it definitely being a fun tool as a hero. Like, I know, I'm going to give a some sort of crazy disease to the enemy camp.
Yeah. Yeah, we could like slow movement and reduce max HP. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I wonder if we should go back to explosive rot, and instead of dealing damage, it gives this disease. So that way, it's still there. It's there earlier, but once you get to level 18, it's just a massive scale of it.
Yeah, there's already a decent amount of damage boost in the subclass when at least compared to yeah, we could do that the disease condition rather than damage. What are ideas you had? Reduce max E, reduce healing, reduce speed. What else? I mean, that's not a bad start there.
Exhaustion is always fun to add on.
Level of exhaustion, true.
Maybe the reduce max HP is not something that's immediate, but maybe they lose 1 max HP every hour until the disease is ended.
Oh wow!
So yeah, if you remove magical healing below like level 4 or whatever, then certain characters are not going to be able to have access to that, and they will die eventually anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's your damage over time you wanted.
Yep. Okay.
And like it's not even actual damage, it's just their hit points being reduced.
Yeah. Yep. That is something I did want. Okay, so I mean mechanically basically keep it the same, just take away the damage and add that.
And enemy creatures within 10 feet. Well, maybe we should just make that part of the disease itself. At the end of a diseased creature's turn, creatures within 5 or 10, probably 5 or 10 feet of it, have to make a con save as well.
Okay. You think it's too much to include all of these, or should I take one of them out?
I'm thinking one of them might need to come out. Maybe the exhaustion.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Maybe the reduced speed. Because the levels of exhaustion, that would also depend on your table. Because there's 2 different exhaustion charts now. One goes up to level 10 and it just reduces rolls. And the other one where it does a bunch of other things. So I think just level of exhaustion might be good enough.
Yeah, okay.
And if they do save on the explosive rod, or explosive rod right now, do you want to have... I'm thinking there should still be some sort of negative effect, but I'm not sure what it should be. Maybe instead of putting it in there, we just add like a little thing at the end of 18. Like, okay, here's the rod ability. And kind of set it up like an item almost.
Okay, yeah.
That way you don't have to overload the text. That's mostly for future reference, but...
Yeah. So on a success, instead of taking poison damage, you're a non-spreader. Either the people, you don't have an aura around you. I don't know.
You have an advantage. Well, maybe we should make it part of the disease itself. If you succeed on a save against this ability or this disease, you have advantage on all checks against it.
Okay, yeah.
Or do an immunity for a certain amount of time. Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
And at level 17 and then 19, maybe just give it an additional use. So 1 use, 2 use, and 3 use. Because I think since this spreads and everything, this is probably going to be very strong.
Yeah. I could see that. Enemy creatures within. We can take this out. Enemy creatures within 10 feet of the target must also make a... We'll change that to well. Or suffer from rot.
Okay, so 17, you gain additional use, and again at level 19. Once per long rest, before or after you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can choose to imbue your strike with explosive rot. The target must succeed a Constitution saving throw or suffer rot. Any creatures within 10 feet of the target must also make con save against rot. Let's move that onto the rot itself. Maybe along with getting explosive rot, your poison aura also protects allies from explosive rot.
Yeah, I like that. You're such a master of disease, you can choose who is diseased and who isn't.
And maybe by level 18, you can choose which creatures are completely immune to rot, like no matter how far away they are from you.
Yeah.
Like, don't make that part of the transformation. Just make that like a secondary level 18 thing.
Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Fighting against this creature, having to make rot checks like every round, but you'd have advantage. So
Yeah.
if you succeeded on the first one, so that's
Yeah,
not
I'm just
too bad.
wondering, you gain advantage on future checks, and you have immunity to this disease for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Well, so if you're immune to it, huh? So the checks, you'd still be able to spread it, but you wouldn't suffer any of the conditions, maybe? Or I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, that might be a good one. A carrier that doesn't know they're a carrier.
Yeah.
So you gain advantage on saves against it, or I guess
Or if you
become
succeed, you're
immune.
immune. Yeah.
Then again, it might be a little much, a little too confusing.
Yeah.
So I think maybe like an hour immunity and then advantage on all future saves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Our immunity seems nice.
After you lose the immunity, you have advantage on all future checks. Like your body's more resilient against it.
Yeah. So yeah, you get size, a little bit of damage. Your
the
aura
creatures
expands, and then with that expansion means a whole lot more people are gonna suffer rot also. Okay.
Because
Include the rot and yeah.
Yeah, are we changing the poison condition to rot for the enhanced aura?
Yeah. I think so. Creatures suffer from poison. Okay, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
It would be grab it there.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Yeah, transform the creature fails
Oh.
to save against.
I think we have that. Do we have the?
Yeah, it's just part of the rot disease. The 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be enough.
I think that's a pretty badass capstone actually. I think if people play this class and they hit level 18 and they do that, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up showing my brother this, and he'll be like, "When can I play it?"
Yeah.
I'll be like, "As soon as you let me kill your character."
Yeah. Oh. Yep. You're gonna have to let me know how that goes.
He's not gonna let me kill that character. It's
Okay.
literally Hank Hill, but he's a necromancer.
I see. Yes, you were talking about that a little bit. That's hilarious.
I found where to buy that shirt that you found, Chris, and I'm trying to convince him to get it. It's like $16. Like, please get it. Wear it on Mondays. It's all I'm asking of you.
Yeah, he has to. All right, just one more to go. Revenant gets spellcasting, necromancy, and divination. It gets Revenant Mark as a bonus action. A creature you can see within 120 feet. You know if the creature is alive or dead, so long as it's the same plane as you, and you also know the rough cardinal direction of that target. You have advantage on survival and investigation checks attempting to locate the target.
More or less, if there's someone that you see on the battlefield that you want to track down later on, you're gonna do it.
Yes, you are going to find them Liam Neeson Taken style. You deal additional damage as well.
Liam Neeson style.
Yes. 10th level, you get this no hiding kind of aura, 15 feet. Anyone who enters this aura has to make a fairly high stealth check. If they fail, you know the location of the creature and can see a faint glow emanating through materials that are not lead or silver. Just keeping that kind of as the theme of stuff that blocks your magical senses. 15th was a feature from the Revenant. You get it's pretty cool glare. On a fail, they're paralyzed, and when they succeed on their saving throw to get them unparalyzed, they are then frightened. So it's a double whammy.
And now for your
And
capstone.
yeah, this one I didn't know exactly what to do. Those are notes. I don't know if I want to keep any of them. We did say, what was the one in white that
There was a
the
frighten, which
yeah,
may not be needed, considering you have vengeful glare and stuff.
yeah, you already have that.
So,
That's true. Yeah, so my initial idea was improve the spell casting bit of this half caster, where spells are cast with a bonus action, and then you are also encouraged to cast more spells because the damage you do after casting a spell is increased a bit. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Let me I'm gonna look at some the paladin stuff again.
I wonder if we could look back at the Revenant mark for something.
Yeah.
Give some sort of improvement to it as part. As just as a small part of the transformation.
Oh yeah. So it's the aura, the increase the necrotic damage on the mark. Yeah, spell casting.
Okay, so for the other two, you're growing in size. So maybe for this, you regain. Well, what do you have as the highest spell level? Or do you have that yet?
To, I think level 5. That way they can learn divination. Or not divination. Scry. I wanted that to be an option for
I
them.
understand that. Maybe you get. Maybe there's a spell that you can use at will while you're in this form.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to look up.
Like maybe like a first level spell or something.
There's a what is? Yeah, I think I know it.
Because by 18th level, wizards already have that kind of thing, so it's not a big deal.
Mind Spike could be interesting. That's a divination one. That's a second level spell. I can post it into the thing.
Oh, pull up spells right now.
Here's Mind Spike.
Look at some
You reach into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must make a saving throw, taking 3d8 psychic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success. On a failed save, you always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefit from that condition against you.
There's also inflict wounds.
That's always nice.
Making a melee spell attack against a creature on a hit does 3d10 necrotic.
What level
doesn't
is that
seem
first level?
too crazy. Right? Right?
Yeah. I mean, even this thing as casting the spells as a bonus action doesn't seem. No. But yeah, inflict wounds at will. I mean, compared to let's see. 3d10. I mean, on a
I mean,
it's
the
on it.
Mind Spike does seem to be a pretty thematic with this, so I think it might work.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to know their location. I mean, you probably already know that depending on what you're fighting. But only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence, while you have this knowledge, target cannot become hidden. It's visible. I mean, I think that'll be pretty cool with that. Just at will be able to use Mind Spike.
Yeah, and well, the range of Mind Spike is 60 feet. Maybe up it to 120 to have it match the Revenant mark as well.
I don't think so.
Is that
You're
too
already
much?
given a first level
Casting a
spell at will.
At will. Yeah. Okay. Going up spell. Oh. Mind Spike at will. Maybe gain a flying speed. I see that as one of the paladins things at level 20.
Yeah, that might be pretty cool. Just have a flying angry guy.
Like,
yeah, it's just like a barbarian with magic.
Yeah. And Mind Spike at will. Gain a flying speed. Maybe one more cool thing in there.
Maybe you have one additional level 5 spell slot on this form.
Okay. I like that. Encouraging spell casting. That's kind of was one of the first premises or ideas I had. In one. I like that.
And looking back at the Revenant mark, maybe the damage die is increased from a D4 to a D6.
Okay.
Because you'll have 3d4 by that time, so you have all damage. But if you up it to a d6,
I think that's I think Revenant, that's pretty sweet. Mind Spike at will, gain a flying speed.
The Mind Spike alone, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. That's a second level spell. That's crazy. That's a pretty good spell.
Yeah, like if for max damage, if you were to hit someone with a Mind Spike and that person happened to be marked, then they would take up to 42 damage. On top of all the negative effects. That's not counting like if you were to use some other more powerful spell.
Yeah, this one is very single target though.
Yeah.
But it can really screw over that one single target, that's for sure.
Then again, as Revenant, it does seem very single target focused. Like you're gonna select one dude and you're gonna make that dude suffer big time.
Yeah. Nothing is gonna get in your way to a level 18 just flying over there.
Yeah.
Just seeing this undead being hover over at you, floating, that would be terrifying. While you're potentially paralyzed, just watching him come at you, oh god. That sounds so fun. Sounds terrifying to go up against, though.
No, definitely. This is definitely a good class if you are playing an evil character, for one.
Yes.
Or you were just playing one scary good guy.
Yep. Yeah, hell bent on revenge. Maybe you can talk with your DM, have some sort of vendetta against some villain.
So each of these transformations, they only last how long? A minute?
One paladin one I saw was a minute. I'm not sure if they all are a minute, but the first one I looked at was a minute. So I mean that's a decent bit in combat.
Yeah, that's
not
10
a lot
rounds.
of fights last a full minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
Like worst case scenario, like some big in-game boss fight might last that long, but probably just as long.
Yeah.
So another question is, going back to the white, we had the, if you were to die, you don't actually die until you run out of transformation. Or are you wanting to carry that over to all the transformations, or leave that one white specific? Because personally, I don't think the white transformation has anything very unique to it. Doesn't seem very...
I think just leaving...
Like, even if you do
aspect,
leave...
But...
Oh, yeah, we do have the summoning. And now I think about that, that is pretty darn strong.
Yeah. Well, if we do come up with like a ghost stat block also, we can work around that.
We can give that ghost probably some small little power, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to...
Maybe
Good.
Throw the 0 hit points thing onto all of them, all the transformations, because they all have uniqueness still. Yeah, and all of them are avatars of death. Yeah.
And so I think it's fitting. Maybe upon hitting 0 hit points, make a death save. Or maybe when you hit 0 hit points, you still have to make death saves. But of course, every time you succeed, you get your Undead Awakening.
Okay, you get
so
the heal boost,
Yeah, like you could still be at 3 fails, but so long as you're transformed, every couple successes you get is going to be a boost.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's all I can do for tonight.
Yeah.
But I think that was because those capstones is a big deal.
Yeah. I think we got it just about done. Just gotta finish the last little details, and that's all.
Yeah. Clean it up and make it look all nice and neat. Make the ghosts.
Make the ghost
character. Yeah. I think
that's about it.
This is definitely going to be a fun character. a fun character that DMs may hate, but I think that could be said with almost any class.
I think so. If you want to abuse mechanics and
Yeah.
whatnot, I think you can do that with just about any class.
I think just with this class, a DM would definitely have to tell the player, like, hey, here's the boundaries here. Please don't abuse this, or else I will have to turn things around on you.
Yeah, Here comes Reese hunting you down with nothing but radiant damage, and
Yep.
Which
that makes perfectly good sense.
Maybe.
Like, hey, you're an undead.
Yeah.
They don't want you existing.
Yeah. You are an enemy of the church in a way.
Yeah. Or you're at a friendly church or something, and someone accidentally spills some holy water on you or something.
Wait a sec. Why is that guy steaming? No reason.
Go to the church. Like, yeah, the cleric might know you're undead. He's cool with it. You're a good guy. You're chill. And you're bunch like, hey, we need some holy water to fight this whatever. He's like, okay, here's some holy water. Whoops, I tripped on my rope and splash you.
Yeah, that could cause some damage or have some negative effect. For sure. Yeah, there's ways to punish a player who's undead. Player character might be too strong. There's ways to punish them still.
Luckily, we did put in built-in weaknesses, which if a DM, like, depending on the campaign, like if a DM wanted to remove those debuffs, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Yep. I, for one, as if Grimmer is not very evident, I like having like strengths and weaknesses. I think Cassius, he was a rogue, so they kinda not quite so much as bards, but can be a little bit jack of all trades. But Grimmer is very much, I'm good at this and I'm very bad at other stuff. I like playing with weaknesses. It makes for an interesting experience, that's for sure.
Okay, so I'm looking at it. Holy water deals 2d6 damage, radiant damage.
Yeah.
So that means it's pretty much going to insta kill a level 1 character on here.
Yeah.
So do not make your DM angry.
Nope.
Or early on, do not make him angry.
Yeah. Avoid the holy water.
Maybe for the transformation, you remove those weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like
you could
one of the weaknesses or something. Yeah. So, because you're also gaining a resistance as well as 2 weaknesses. So I think that balances out. But maybe for the transformation, get rid of you're no longer weak to radiant or necrotic, whichever ones you didn't choose. Whichever one you chose. Yeah.
That could be thrown into the transformation.
Okay.
Just a little boost.
All right, so maybe next Wednesday we'll work on this some more. Polish it up.
I'm gonna have to see. I know my wife mentioned something about Wednesday. I don't know what our plans are yet. Okay. I'm gonna have to double check.
Okay, if not, no problem. This is.
Yep.
I do enjoy doing this with you guys. It's really fun, like working through making classes and everything. Are they overpowered? Yeah. I don't know. Are they fun? Definitely seem like it.
It definitely seem fun.
I mean, like yours seems like perfect evil character material. And then there's Chris, who's just like, yeah, I really liked Wild Shape, but I want more of that.
Yeah, that's a cool idea too. I like the transformation aspect with less spellcasting though. More on the transformation side of things. That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already
Yeah,
got one of my IRL players that wants to play that class, and I'm sure that after showing my brother this class, he'll be all for it. Like, oh
nice.
wow, I get to be Nurgle? Awesome.
Yes, the test subjects.
All right. I will talk to you later.
Campaign 3, though. Yeah,
Yes.
when we get to campaign 3, there might be an undead character in the class. We'll just have to wait to see.
Maybe an undead in third, or who knows? Maybe Grimmer's unlucky coming up soon.
He could be. He's made a sketchy deal, and he's an aggressive lad. So.
Yeah, that character's not exactly going as you were expecting.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but yeah, I had different visions when we started, but I still love Grimmer. He's still a big, mean orc, which is what I wanted.
Yeah, also a Karen now.
I didn't intimidate the guy, okay?
He was scared, though, regardless.
Yeah. Yep, can't blame him. Just look at Grimmer.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's just some kid working as manager at McDonald's, and he's sitting here trying to make 600 ecstatic meals just today. And here he comes. All the meals have been perfect except for this one, and now it's like, oh god, big mean green.
Oh, wait, what? It's because he didn't have a kids meal toy? Are you serious?
It didn't have a kids meal toy, and also is missing one wick nugget.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what Nathan says when he listens to that episode.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh, so good. Yeah, what else are we doing this week? I think nothing until Saturday.
Yeah, I think so. So far, I got 3 thumbs up on the game. So, I'm assuming Nathan's going to be here since he was asking.
Yeah, I would assume.
If only one person's missing, we're still going through.
Nice.
2, we might do we might do a session, but it might be just some random crap like last session.
Who knows?
I do admit was super fun.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, we were one away. The very first roll of the 97.
Yep,
so close.
The first one. It's like, okay, I'm gonna set this at 98, and that's a 97. Well, maybe they'll get it. Nope.
Yeah. Yep. That dang little girl.
I mean, you guys can always try again. Just donate another 600 more ecstatic meals.
Yeah, yes. We're doing this as a PR thing, right? It's all for the community. This isn't for a kid's toy. This is for the community. We're just
that's totally it. Totally not to get a pointless collection that may or may not come up later.
Yeah, totally not.
I will talk to you later, my man. And until Saturday, I'm guessing, stay cool, everyone out there.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Rolling the outro because that was awkward.
Yeah.